Jimmy Carter was president the last time a nuclear plant was licensed in the United States. Fast forward to 2004. The economic and environmental indicators were signaling it was time for new plants to be built. It was evident that the current fleet of plants could not uphold the 20% contribution to electricity generation with expected demand increases. A new nuclear investment, however, faced certain challenges. Utilities had been hesitant to invest in nuclear power. The last generation of plants often ran over schedule and over budget. In addition, the current licensing process was significantly different from when the last generation of nuclear plants was built. Thus, it was untested. To solve these major challenges, the industry needed a motivator and leader to apply the lessons learned from the last generation of nuclear construction. Enter NuStart Energy Development, LLC.
NuStart is comprised of 10 leading U.S. utilities, and we were formed on the basis of a shared vision and also a shared sense of responsibility. Our goal was to reduce the risk associated with a nuclear investment by demonstrating the never-before-been-used licensing process. And demonstration included completing the design finalization for the Westinghouse AP1000 reactor and also receiving the first combined construction and operating license from the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The Department of Energy, through the Nuclear Power 2010 program, funded the NuStart effort. And this demonstrated or established a very successful model between government and industry partnership.
The Department of Energy began the so-called NP 2010 program, Nuclear Power 2010, with the idea of working towards licensing and demonstrating at least a couple of passively safe reactors. NuStart was then formed by industry to be the industry interface with the department as we worked in this cost-shared program, cost share meaning funding from both government and industry towards the eventual success.
The NuStart Consortium and Westinghouse spending amounted to about $125 million and $850 million respectively.
For every dollar that the DOE provided to NuStart and its members, at least $3 were invested in design and licensing of new plants. So this established really the first wave of nuclear investment.
NuStart's unique peer network of utilities and vendors, including Westinghouse and GE Hitachi, collaborated for regulatory review and design standardization. The NuStart team helped the industry address issues with the licensing process, saving time and money.
In the past, the industry had used the lead plant or pilot plant approach, which established a precedent for licensing new initiatives. NuStart's goal, however, was to take this further, and that is to develop a common or a single application, which was really made possible because we had a standard design. The coordination through NuStart in the preparation and the submittal phase enabled the NRC to adopt what they refer to as the one issue, one review, and one position. And effectively, that resulted in the standard design being reviewed one time and going through the advisory committee on reactor safeguards one time, all of which saved money for the NuStart members.
In December 2011, NuStart members were excited when one of its early milestones was met. The Westinghouse AP1000 reactor design received final design certification from the NRC, which then set the stage for the approval of NuStart member Southern Company's license for Plant Vogtle in Waynesboro, Georgia. Plant Vogtle served as the reference plant for the standard AP1000 reactor. South Carolina Electric and Gas, another NuStart member, relied on both the Westinghouse design certification and the Vogtle reference application for its expansion of the VC Summer facility in South Carolina.
We have the licenses now for construction, the construction and operating licenses at both Vogtle and the Summer sites. Even before the licenses, you probably had 2,000 workers at both of those sites. Now that they have the complete licenses at both sites, those numbers are going to ramp up to of the order of 4,000, 4,500 at each site. That's made up of probably 3,500 contract workers and then a large number of engineering support services that quickly get the overall numbers up to about 4,500 per site. And that's just at the sites.
NuStart prevented the industry's concerns about licensing uncertainty from becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. The consortium was the motivator and the leader of regulatory improvements and the developer of process efficiencies.
Certainly NuStart played a very, very strong role in coordinating the industry participation and being a very, very important interface between industry, and it allowed industry to come together on a broad set of issues that they could then work directly with us and just as important or more important, with the NRC. Because NuStart was equally important in dealing with the licensing issues that the NRC had to face, as the NRC used a completely new type of licensing structure. NuStart then had a strong role in the licensing, a strong role in the cost-shared efforts with the Department of Energy. There certainly would have been substantial delays without NuStart.
9 of the 10 NuStart members prepared and submitted combined construction and operating license applications, almost in parallel with the reference application, thus creating the first wave of new reactors in the U.S. In an economy where jobs are scarce, NuStart has helped to create thousands of high-paying and stable jobs. Without NuStart, without the collaboration of the 10 utilities, the reactor vendors, and the Department of Energy, the industry would not be where it is today. We are so thrilled that both Southern Company and South Carolina Electric and Gas are using the fruits of the NuStart labor to create more safe, clean, and reliable nuclear energy for our country.
NuStart Energy Development, laying the foundation for new nuclear energy development in the United States.